Yesterday, we met 4 mothers who came here for one reason, to confront this man.
Do you think Kyra's child is yours?
No, not at all.
Is Tiffany's baby your baby?
No, baby too dark.
Her child is definitely your child, and you're always there, and you're happy.
We met a family ripped apart by mistrust.
You left with that guy in the car and he looked Hispanic and you were gone for 5 days.
And we met a mother and daughter torn between 2 potential fathers.
If he is the father, he's just a donor. He's not a dad.
Today, they all find out who the biological fathers of their children are.
My hand is sweating.
So, what do you mean, whoa, 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 whoa?
Plus, in a new DNA drama,
Look at me, I am not a whore!
when Joey left Angel, did he leave 2 babies behind?
They were chasing after Joey, screaming, "Daddy, daddy, daddy," and he kept walking.
He ignored them?
Yes.
Angel says yes.
It's pretty bad when my son says I love my dad, but he can't love me back because of his girlfriend, Juanita.
But Joey's new girlfriend says no.
I got pregnant, and that's when his mama turned her back on her son.
He doesn't even have his last name on the birth certificate. What's up with that?
The DNA results are in. Today on Trisha.
Yesterday, we met 4 angry mothers who were all here to prove that this man, Paul, was the father of all 4 of their babies. Yeah. First, we met these mothers.
My name is Kyra, and I know Paul is the father of my 9-month-old son, Kason.
I'm Tiffany, and Paul is the father of my daughter, Cody.
My name is Brittany, and Paul knows damn well my daughter, Brene, is his.
I'm Brittany, and I'm Paul's girlfriend. And even though there's no doubt in my mind that he's my son's father, he denies Joel's also. I just want him to be a father.
I just want him to be a father. I just want him to be a father.
I just want him to be a father.
Do you believe that any of these women are lying about?
Everyone's except, I believe all of the kids are his except for Kyra.
Except for Kyra. And what, does he deny your child or
He denies my baby from time to time.
How many babies do you think Paul has?
Don't exactly. She don't know.
Where does Paul live now? He lives with you. Who pays the bills?
I pay every bill.
How would you feel if you did find out he was messing around on you?
I'm at the point now where it really doesn't bother me. I'm really focused on if he had sex with her in February.
It's okay if he's had sex with other women as long as he doesn't have sex with Kyle.
It's not okay, but I've came to a point where I don't care.
Well, now it was time to meet Paul, the man being accused of fathering at least 10 children. Now, shockingly, Paul claimed he only had 1 baby, but not with any of these women. Watch this. Paul, help me out here, I'm confused. Can we go through person by person? Kyra, do you think Kyra's child is yours?
No, not at all.
Why not?
I slept with her one time.
Did you use
the more you lie, the bigger your ears grow.
So, let's come to Tiffany. Is Tiffany's baby your baby?
No, baby too dark.
We heard from this Brittany that you have no problem. Her child is definitely your child, and you're always there, and you're happy. What? How many kids do you have?
I got 1.
You have 1 child.
That's how I feel in my heart.
When you look at those children, what are you thinking?
Them ain't my kids.
They're not your kids. This is your girlfriend, right?
Something like that.
Explain to her what it is. Because we've been talking for 3 years.
Who pays the bills?
She does.
She does. Who puts the food on the table?
She does.
Who buys the things for the baby?
But who the
And
man?
money's not an issue, huh? Help me out here. Who has the oldest child? Oh, I'm sorry. Who has the next oldest child? Who has the next oldest child? Oh, another one. Who has the next oldest child? You? So hang on, and since you 2 have been together for 3 years, who has a child under the age of 3?
But no, me and her was pregnant at the same time.
So hang on, you've brought him here for a lie detector test to see if he's cheating on you, and there are 2 people with babies. So was Paul still sleeping with some of these women? Was he lying to all of them? Well, after all the denials, it was time for the lie detector results and to find out if Paul was the father of any of these 4 children. So here are Paul's lie detector results. This is just for you, Brittany. We asked Paul, in the past 3 years, have you had sexual intercourse with any other woman besides Brittany? Oh, Tim, what was his answer?
Paul admits to sleeping with at least 10 women.
At least.
Kyra said before to you that only Paul knows how many women he's had sex with. Paul has no clue because he stopped counting after 10.
We asked Paul, did you have sex with Kyra after Brittany found incriminating text messages on your phone? You said no. What did the lie detector show?
The lie detector determined he was not being truthful.
Right. That's not funny at all. Look at her. Look at her. Brittany. That's funny. What I got a lie for. What I got a lie for.
We asked Paul, have you cheated on Brittany with Kyra in the past 3 years? Oh, Tim, what was his answer?
Paul admits to cheating on Brittany with Kyra.
Did you cheat on Brittany with Tiffany in the past 3 years? Tim, what was his answer to that one?
Paul admits to cheating on Brittany with Tiffany.
What is it about you that women see?
What is it? Who
knows? Well, let's come to the DNA test results.
I need a paramedic.
Just casing. Okay, so, what do you mean, whoa, 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 whoa?
Nope. What?
Both of y'all can take a whistle. Both of y'all.
Cody?
I'll let you read it.
What is? All right, here we go. Is. Okay, and Renee.
That's fine.
I know you're taking this as a joke because I think it's quite serious. All these children and a father who's denied them up until now. It's not a joke. What the hell is going on?
I really can't explain it for real at this point.
You can't explain it? Can I switch places so he can sit here, please?
No. Oh, right. I'm not
No. Oh. Maybe you'd all like to move down a seat then so I can have Paul come sit next to me because I'm dying to find out what the hell is going on. So, seriously, you're the first. Why do you think he's like this?
He has nobody that is giving him any kind of structure. He has no structure. He's all over the place.
I know that.
And I don't care if Brittany is his woman or not. Obviously, something is not keeping him home. He has too much freedom.
What really vexes me is that so many young men of color have a negative stereotype and you are playing that to the hill. You hear what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not earning, you're not putting food in these children's mouths. Why are you on the planet? Just to increase the population? You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, where is the meaning? Where is the meaning in your life?
I really don't know now.
What do you want to say?
Can I, let me tell you right now. Okay. When I was with this man, I'm different than all of them. I was young, we were both young when I was with him. I got pregnant, he got a job. He was there for me throughout my whole pregnancy, did not leave my side. When I had my baby, he was there. I had problems with him with females after my child was born. That's why he can't deny mine. And I'm not saying that I thought that any of them weren't his children because I thought that each and every single one were. Oh. My child knows each and every single one of these children because of me. Because, like you said, our town is too small for these kids to be walking around not knowing each other. And I'm not on his side, but they should not come on here bashing this man because they knew. They knew. And you can only do what you are allowed to do. I'm on my son's side. I'm on my son's side. That's my son's father.
It sounds like you're saying that it's the women's fault.
It is. It is. It is. No. If you know about this man, it's your fault. It's your fault.
But when
it's your fault.
Paul, I didn't know anything.
It's your Brittany. We were best friends. You knew how he was.
You were best friends.
Me
but I
and
didn't
her
know
were best friends.
Me and her were best friends.
She knew how he was.
So they chose to.
If we're best friends and you know how he is from our situation, what makes you think you're going to be different? And he has multiple children before yours.
And when I started talking to him, I didn't intend on being in a relationship or anything with him.
You just wanted to your legs, and that's why he denied
We were just having sex.
That's why he denied yours.
Period. Nothing more, nothing less.
If he's so amazing at sex, why didn't you make sure
He's
it was
not
safe
amazing.
sex?
It's not that great. No. I'm sorry. He was all that I knew. So of course he was great then. But sweetheart,
remember phone
it's not
calls.
that big and it don't last that long. He's not amazing.
You had all these kids on me. Don't play with me. Because it's about to be a problem and I'm not playing. You can apologize. Because I ain't never slept around on you. So you need to be apologizing, Paul, and I'm not playing. I'm not playing at all. You need to apologize to me. I'm not playing at all.
I apologize for not being in a child's life. I'm gonna have to stand up and be the man that
You sound like
to take off.
Right. And you are lying.
I think the first thing you could do, the good start would be to have a vasectomy.
Exactly. Cut it off. Cut it off.
We'll be right back. Up next,
My hands are sweating.
let's see what they say. Who wants to actually open the results?
Felicia.
I hope it's what the little girl needs. And later.
He doesn't even have his last name on the birth certificate. What's up with that?
The DNA results are in.
I am not a whore.
All right.
Today on Trisha.
Okay, so who could forget Toneisha, who came here to prove to this man, Sammy, that he was the father of Wenceslas. Now, the problem? Sammy's older sister, Esmeralda, refused to believe that Wenceslas was her little brother's baby. Take a look.
Deep down, I do not think that Sammy is Wenceslas' father. Toneisha is my sister-in-law, so that makes her family. But I also know that she's a cheater. Toneisha and I used to be best friends. And when they started having their differences, I knew already that she was cheating on him. This whole situation has been so hard. Not only is Sammy my brother, but Toneisha is my husband's sister. This is causing a whole lot of problems between me and my husband over Sammy and Toneisha. I stand by my brother's side, and I know that that baby is not his.
Look at my baby.
You left with that guy in the car,
Hispanic.
and he looked Hispanic, and you were gone for 5 days.
That was my cousin. He was not Hispanic, he was bright. That was my cousin.
You were gone for 5 days?
She says it's her cousin, but how's her a cousin if I don't know her cousin?
It doesn't
I've been with my
matter.
husband
You do
10
not know my
years.
whole family.
When you saw that happen, what?
I'm pissed off because I want my brother not to be stupid. You know?
What do you mean?
I mean, I just don't want him to just claim.
Okay, Trisha.
Just claim a baby
Okay,
and
hold
just
on.
go with it because he's gonna. It's hard because we're all family.
If she was a real best friend, she wouldn't be doing that. You see what I'm saying?
Do you think Sammy and the baby look alike?
Do y'all think they look alike?
So now it was time to meet Sammy, the man stuck in the middle of this war between Toneisha and his sister Esmeralda. Watch. Do you think that Toneisha did cheat on you?
Yeah, I think she did cheat on me. You know, I don't think my sister's lying. You know, I done. She didn't come home for like a week.
Come on,
so
look at my baby.
what am I supposed to expect?
Where were you for this week?
I was with my cousin. I mean, like I said, Like, I'm gonna put it like this. This not about me. This is about this baby. I know I ain't cheated on him.
Sammy thinks you cheated.
Yeah.
Was there a bit of a
Yeah.
mix? You were going between the two guys at the same time?
Yeah.
Oh, you admit
it was kind of like that, yeah.
Okay. Does it hurt to hear that?
I just really want to know if the baby's mine or not.
Regardless of whatever, if the baby's not his, Sammy's still gonna be around.
My baby look full-blooded Hispanic. That's what I'm trying to get across.
So,
I'm just protecting my brother. That's it.
All right. Do you think your sister interferes too much?
Yeah, I think she kind of does a little bit.
Do you help out with the baby? If Toneisha's asking you to help with the baby, you do that?
Yeah,
That's what I want him to do.
But are you doing that already?
Yeah, I help, like, you know, if he needs little stuff, I get it. I mean, I do what I can.
Do you love her?
Yeah, I love Toneisha, and I was gonna say this, if the baby is mine, I will be in their life. And, you know, I will be there for them and be there to support them.
But will you get together as a couple?
Yeah, we'll get together.
Only one thing was going to end this battle and bring peace to this family, and that was the DNA test results. Let's take a look. Earlier, Toneisha said when the results come, she wanted Esmeralda to open the envelope. You, however, said Esmeralda sometimes interferes. Okay, so who do you want to open the envelope? Because we have the DNA test results right now.
I want Esmeralda.
She can open it, man.
Who's going to open it? Esmeralda, you get to do the honors. I don't know what's in this. So, is Sammy...
My hands are sweating.
Let's see what they say.
You are the father, Sammy.
Good day.
Did he turn out the wrong way? I'm so sorry.
I forgive you.
I just gotta protect him.
I knew the whole time.
Hey, what? And Esmeralda just said something really important. What did you say?
That I love you and I'm sorry, and that I was just trying to protect him. That's it.
I forgive you.
You want to come up here? I guess you're a family now. Sammy, you haven't moved. What, you happy?
Yeah, kind of excited.
So you got that out of the way. Are you two gonna hook up again?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to work it out. I'm
What about you?
They're gonna get back together.
Yeah, you're gonna get back together?
Gonna get back together. We're all a big family.
Yeah. Oh, now look, Esmeralda, you say you don't interfere. Yeah, they're gonna get back together.
I'm always interfering.
Well, look, let me send you. Okay. Oh, I can't join you as man and wife, but you know, you can start working on your relationship for that baby's
Thank
sake.
you.
Okay?
Thank you so much.
All right. More DNA test results from yesterday's show when we come back. Up next, who wants to actually open the results?
Felicia.
I hope it's what the little girl needs. Then,
He doesn't even have his last name on the birth certificate. What's up with that?
And later, you do not want this little girl meeting a guy who treats women the same way as you've been treating women. Am I right? The DNA results are in.
I am not a whore.
all right.
Today on Trisha.
Who could forget Felicia from yesterday's show? Felicia came here to find out if a man named Sebastian or a man named Steve was the father of her daughter Brianna. Now, Felicia admitted that Sebastian was a better father figure, but shockingly, she also said that she wanted the DNA test to prove that Steve was the dad. Watch.
I need to find out who the father of my daughter is. It's between Sebastian and Steve.
In a perfect world, me and Steve would be married, which I would really want, but it goes back to me not really knowing if he's gonna stay around. Sebastian's role, he's actually her godfather. He's been wonderful with Brianna. He's been there for her since day one. He's actually sat and helped me raise her, to where that's not really his part.
What does your daughter call Sebastian?
She doesn't call him Dad.
Who does she call Dad?
Steve.
Who does your daughter have the closest bond with?
Sebastian.
Who's the most financially stable?
I would have to say Sebastian.
Sebastian. So why don't you want Sebastian to be recognized as her dad? Isn't that going to be better for her?
It would be, yes.
Now it was time to meet these two men and find out which of them wanted to be the father of Felicia's 3-year-old daughter, Brianna. Take a look. Were you told you were the dad?
Yes, I was.
And you were told that Stephen might also be the dad?
No, not at the time.
Oh.
I was told. I find out that she's pregnant. She tells me it's mine. I said it's kind of hard to believe that it's mine because of my vasectomy.
So are you close to the baby? Are you close to
I get her every weekend. I've been getting her every weekend.
What sort of a dad has Steve been?
If he is the father, he's just a donor. He's not a dad. If he is the father, I want him to step up and be a father. I don't want him to do what he does and
what
disappear
does he do?
for months at a time.
So Felicia, it seems you want to be with the man least suited to be this child's father. Am I right?
Well, it's because I do love Steve.
Yeah. You disappear for these great long periods of time. Why is that?
I have a drinking problem.
Are you an alcoholic?
Yes, I am an alcoholic.
But Felicia, you didn't know he was an alcoholic? No. Until now? When you were told by Felicia she was pregnant, did you know about Sebastian?
I didn't know that Sebastian could possibly be the father.
Would it be fair to say that maybe you were playing these two guys to get your needs met?
You want to put it that way.
All right, so can we have the results? So, which man was 3-year-old Brianna's father? It was time to find out. Who wants to actually open the results?
Felicia.
I want to.
Felicia? Okay, so I don't know what it says. I hope it's what the little girl needs. Sebastian is Brianna's father. You knew? All right. Hang on. Just take your seat. I want to talk to you in just a moment, Stephen. Felicia, you said you knew.
I kind of figured.
Well, why the hell were you why were you saying call him dad?
Look at her.
No, but why were you saying
Because
to your daughter call Steve dad?
He was there when she was born. He signed the birth certificate. So, I mean, yes, it was something that I did wrong, but now that this is out in the open, I can actually start to change it and fix it.
How are you going to change it? Do you still? Are you saying that between over the last few minutes, when you've heard Steve be honest about who he is, you've gone from love to not love?
No, I still love him. Dad is always going to be there. But as far as she's concerned, I'm going to start telling her who her real father is. That way she's no longer confused.
Great. I'd like to talk just to Steve for a moment. This is painful for you, and I'm suggesting that that little girl was your anchor in many ways. It killed you not to be in her life, and you kept coming back when you could.
Yes.
I'm thinking now, are you thinking, oh my God, I'm hurting inside, I want to go for a drink, or I'm hurting inside, can I change?
Both. But a lot of what they said has affected me a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it hurts listening to the way people think about me.
Yeah.
And I really don't want to be like that.
No.
I seriously don't. I have the utmost respect for this man right here. He's been around for that baby way more than I have. Whether she was mine or not, I would still have the world of respect for this man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's amazing. Felicia's amazing. I love her to death.
So what does that mean for us, though?
Felicia, the reality is that probably your relationship with some was more likely to be along the lines of being a codependent relationship. And the best thing you could do is to be a prize at the end of his journey when he's got sober, rather than, and give him that ultimatum.
I've always tried to help him.
No, you've always tried to help him. Has it worked? No. Let's change things. You need to say to him, I love you, I care for you. When you are sober, I will be there for you.
I never left.
But not before.
You have a point on that. But I've always been there.
You've always been there. You've always been there for the drunk. Now you need to be there for the sober person.
I will. I'm not going anywhere.
Steve, if you really do want to get some help, talk to our aftercare specialist, and I hope you do, because I would love to have you come back on the show in times to come and talk about your recovery. Okay?
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right. Good luck with that little girl. We'll be right back after this. Up next.
It's pretty bad when my son says I love my dad, but he can't love me back because of his girlfriend, Juanita.
And later.
Look at me, I am not a whore!
You are the power. Get off my stage.
The DNA results are in.
I am not a whore!
All right. Today on Trisha.
Here to prove to her ex-boyfriend Joey that he is the father of her 2 children, Stephen and Leona. Aren't they cute? Now, sitting next to Angel is her biggest ally in this DNA war, Joey's own mother, Chris. I guess you could say that Chris has gone against her son and is here to demand that Joey take responsibility for the 2 children she knows in her heart he helped to create. So let's start by listening how Joey and his new girlfriend Juanita feel about these children and being betrayed by his own mother.
I feel betrayed by my own mom. I'm my mother's son. She should have my back instead of Angel's, because Angel ain't nothing to her.
I am sick and tired of Chris and Angel blaming me for what is wrong with Joey when he was denying those kids before we got together.
Angel's convinced my mother that I'm the father of Stephen and Leona, but I know she's a liar and I'm not the father. I don't have a relationship with my mother.
Chris and Joey don't have a relationship, and it's not because of me. She betrayed her son. What kind of mom turns her back on her son for a woman like that? Angel wants to sit there and point fingers at me, saying I'm the reason Joey's not around. But during their relationship, Angel was cheating, and everybody knew about it.
I don't like that my mom and Angel blame Juanita for every problem, because my mom and Angel are the ones that started. Juanita don't control me, I control myself.
This DNA test is going to be a blessing to my relationship. Those kids mean nothing to me. They're nasty, and I don't want my daughter around that.
Angel, you tore my family apart, and you're going to have to live with this for the rest of your life.
Okay, well, Joey is backstage right now. Juanita is in the audience, and we're going to be talking to both of them a little later. But, Angel, you are fired up. What got you so angry seeing that?
Nasty?
They're nasty. They're nasty.
Nasty.
You're
nasty. Sit
down. Have a seat. Okay.
Yes.
Hey. How old are your children?
My baby is 3 and my oldest is 4.
How do you call a and a 4-year-old nasty? How do you do that?
I'll do you. Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Let's find out what's behind all this. Listen, I don't want any child, any innocent child on this show being called nasty. Okay.
I apologize.
Let's go. I would like to talk to Chris. I'd like to talk to Chris and Angel about how this all started. So, one of the other things your son said there, he feels that you have betrayed him. Why would he think that?
He's upset that I have sided with Angel on the fact that he needs to step up and be a father to those kids. He accepted them.
He did.
He signed their birth certificates.
never
he has
once
been
denied
there
him until she came in.
before Juanita. He has been there for those kids.
Tell me, what's really broken your heart? Seeing your grandchildren, and I'm guessing they can't have a relationship with Daddy. Have you witnessed the pain that's caused
Just the
them?
other day, we went to his work and got food. My grandson said, "Grandma, do you love my daddy?" And I said, "I love your daddy very much." And he said, "This is where my daddy works." And I said, "I know." And he said, "Grandma, I love him so much." And it's awful to hear your grandson say that, you know?
I understand your daughter almost could have got run down because she was chasing after Daddy.
It wasn't the other day, it was a while back.
Yeah, what happened?
He was walking, and my son and my daughter and I were walking from her house, and they were chasing after Joey, screaming, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy," and he kept walking.
He ignored them?
Yes.
Why has this come up in the first place? One of the things we heard, Chris, your son, said that he reckoned you were, what, fooling around when you got pregnant? Were you with other people?
When I got pregnant with my son, admittedly, I had 2 sex partners. But that was because we weren't even together. I cheated on the person I was with before him, with him.
So hang on, so how can you be sure those children are Joey's then?
Stephen and Leona both look like him in all reality.
Does he believe that? Does he say that?
With him?
Yeah,
Joey?
he doesn't see the
Of course not. Not since she came in, of course not.
So what do you think? Can we hear the reasons why you think everything has changed since Juanita came on the scene?
Everything was honky-dory when she came in the first time. We were friends.
Oh, really?
We were tight. We were tight. All of a sudden, she got pregnant and my kids were because she was pregnant.
I got pregnant, and that's when his mama turned her back on her son.
Hang on, let me hear this. What are you saying?
When I got pregnant, that's when his mama turned his back on her son.
That's funny.
Because
That's
he's
funny.
got more time to lecture than he does with Stephen and Leona.
Exactly, because you have him there. You have him there. He doesn't even have his last name on the birth certificate. What's up with that? What's up with that? What's up with that?
To have his last name when he has 2
Thank you. Sit down.
Oh my God.
Sit down. Chris, do you think you'll ever repair the relationship that you had with your son? Whatever the result.
Not as long as she's
Hang on. Let's go. Oh, shut up.
I love my son.
Yeah. You love him.
I love him so much. Now, granted, him growing up, we have not been,
as tight as
we could have been. But he always knew that I loved him.
Do you think he understands that?
No, I don't
Not
think
as
he
long as
cares.
she's around.
Okay, well, let's not go back to she again and all the name calling, okay?
I don't think
Now,
he
look,
cares.
I'm interested, as I'm sure everyone else is today, in what Joey has to say. So when we come back, we'll hear his side of things, and we will reveal the DNA results. Stay with us. Up next. So why did you put your name on the birth certificate if you had doubts?
Look at me, Joey! Look at me! I am not a whore!
And later, you do not want this little girl meeting a guy who treats women the same way as you've been treating women. Am I right? The DNA results are in.
I am not a whore!
All right. Today on Trisha.
Welcome back. We've been talking to Chris, who claims her son Joey is being twisted, manipulated and brainwashed by his new girlfriend Juanita into believing he is not the father of his ex-girlfriend Angel's 2 children, Stephen and Leona. Now, Chris and Angel say Juanita is tearing Joey away from his own kids. And they're here to shut down the lies and accusations once and for all. So, I think it's time we hear what Joey has to say. Joey, come on out. Oh, hang on. Let's hear him. Hi. Okay, so Joey, you were how old when Angel fell pregnant with the first baby? How old were you?
16 or 17.
Did you doubt that baby was yours right from the get-go?
No, until after we broke up.
Whose name is on the birth certificate for both children?
Mine.
His. So why did you put your name on the birth certificate if you had doubts?
That's my question.
I don't know.
Because that's my question. Sit your ass down. Mama made him. You're not your kid. Sit down.
She made him.
I made him. I made him. I made him. Sit down.
Okay, just a minute. Did you make your son put the name?
No, she just said I made him.
Let's talk to you right from the beginning. Do you feel that your mum has betrayed you?
Yeah, because she takes her side.
Does she not spend time with your child from this relationship? Not at all.
She said she cannot be her daughter's grandma.
Yes, I did. I did say that.
Did you say that? Let's hear from Money.
Chris charges me diapers for Lexi. She charges me Tylenol for Lexi. What kind of grandma charges their grandkid diapers and for her own granddaughter?
Well, she's giving you an answer. Hang on just a minute.
I can't afford to support your baby.
What?
I can't afford to support your baby.
Hang on just a minute.
It don't matter though.
I am not going to be called a second-hand grandma because you're a dumb.
Are you serious? Yeah. Are you serious?
Yeah. She texted me and told me that I was a second-hand grandma.
Just a minute. Let me hear both sides of this. You're saying she texted you and she said you were second-hand grandma. Why did you say that?
She don't do nothing for my kid.
You know what? I'm not going to pour my heart out and get close to something that's going to be taken away from me as soon as she gets a wild hair up her.
Are you serious?
What about her?
All right, let me ask you a couple of things. What happens, I don't know what the DNA test results say, what happens if the DNA tests come back and say that those two children, Angel's children, are your kids? What are you going to do? Is anything going to change?
Just continue paying child support.
When your children get to a certain age, they're not going to look back and see how many dollars and cents you've given. It's what role model you've provided, how much you've been involved. You hear what I'm saying? So...
Can I say something? It's pretty bad when my son says I love my dad, but he can't love me back because of his girlfriend, Juanita.
Let's get to the DNA test results. The first DNA test result is for Stephen. Now, who wants to open this? I'm suggesting... You?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Well,
I do.
Hang on. I'll let Grandma open it.
Yeah! Stephen is your son!
All right, let's find out about Leona. Okay? Just be cool, because this is your...
Leona is your daughter too.
Shake my hand, Joey. Shake my hand. I'm not a whore. I am not a whore. Look at me, Joey. Look at me. I am not a whore.
You need to apologize.
Look at me.
Come on.
They are yours.
Okay. Up next, you do not want this little girl meeting a guy who treats women the same way as you've been treating women. Am I right?
You are the five. Get off my stage.
The DNA results are in.
I am not a whore.
All right. Today on Trisha.
I want to spoil crybaby.
Hello. Yes. You do not want this little girl meeting a guy who treats women the same way as you've been treating women. Am I right? You'd be angry. So you need to be showing them, you know what, girls learn to have relationships with men like their fathers. You might want to think of that. That's your daddy. Yeah, I know. The DNA results are in.
I am not a whore.
All right. Today on Trisha.
Thank you for watching. I just want to remind you that this is a real show about real people and real solutions. So thank you for joining me today, and thank you.